Okay, a recap from last week would basically be we met the king. He didn't kill us. Um, I apparently am getting very good at lying and tried to tell him that I didn't find anything. Everybody else in the party decided to actually tell the truth, and we gave him the trident that Laura really wanted, and another gem thing. We then went to, he let us go after he made us. Did he make us stay the night after that?
Yep.
Okay, we stayed the night after that. Then we left the next day. We met up with the guy that was gonna fix Laura's armor, fix, and we changed this. It was Click's necklace,
Um,
or
so this is where we had a soft reboot. Which one did you decide on? Did you want to keep the crystals? Did
Yes.
you okay? Did you
As
want to
much
repair?
as Quick
Sorry.
wanted the shield, the crystal's a little more important.
Did you
The
want
necklace is more important.
okay? Did you want the shield to be worked on for a gold payment? Because that was also an option.
Depends on how much it was.
He would have charged you 1,000.
I don't have that much gold.
10 platinum?
Uh, I'm saving that for something else.
Is
No,
that
that
what that would be, or am I doing math wrong?
100 platinum.
I don't have that much for you, buddy.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
okay. So I guess we're saving the crystals, or Click is saving his crystals. We then went and we left. Did we board the boat, or we were looking for the boat, for a boat
Uh,
to take us
I believe our last point was you have boarded the boat and are headed back.
to Waterdeep?
Correct. I need to change this chair. Yes, that is where we will pick up as you all are reapproaching that now very familiar uh, metropolitan city on the Waterdeep. The familiar smells and sights of the great big towering walls welcome you in as you all land safely on a uh, uneventful return trip. What do you want to do?
I want to go. Is this where Beatles and Bobble and that other place are?
Hmm.
Okay, I want to go to the place and try and get my new cloak.
Okay. What is your
I have a
question?
question. Did we ever cast Greater Restoration on
That
me?
was up to you. Because I didn't want to make that decision while you weren't here.
I know Click and I kind of talked about it. Click said there was a way he could fix me.
Yes, I was going to roleplay that with you in case you wanted it.
I 100% would like that. I don't want to eat me.
All right. Then while we're on the boat, I'll sit in front of Kat and I'll say, now, just to make sure, you want this curse removed, correct?
Yes.
I
100%.
I take my pearl necklace off and I wrap it around one of my wrists and I ask for one of your hands and I just kind of clasp your hand in mine and I mutter some arcane words and I cast remove curse.
I saw.
Logan?
What?
reading up on it.
Katya, you feel a sense of soothing magic, almost like a balm over inflamed skin from the sun. It cools. Hold on. Hold on.
Well, then, keep your little secrets.
That's what probably woke me up this morning around 3 o'clock.
What?
We had an earthquake.
What?
Well, new
That's
betrayed
up through
folk
all
that.
having
Just
some
checking.
fun.
Apologies.
Like a
I'll take an earthquake.
like a soothing balm over over irritated skin. Katya, the prickly itchiness that you had felt while wearing your armor, basically anytime that you were outside of water, has gone away.
I thought you said a bomb at first.
Balm, BALM.
I know, but oh, spicy.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Click.
You're very welcome.
Hey, Logan, can I get
And
a quick thing with you as well?
Okay, okay. Yes.
The simple thing is, Levi knows that there is a 4th level spell that
in
might
front
be
of
able
you.
Oh,
that might be able to get Click home. Banishment, would that work? If I it says
oh, wait, Logan back, but Ian's not. Okay, Ian's back.
Okay. Sorry. Levi knows what?
would Levi know that there's a 4th level spell called Banishment that may put Click back into his own plane?
This is leaning on arcane, isn't it? You could definitely get someone to tell you that. If you have some RP, if this is from a sorcerer ability, right?
Yes.
If you want to RP some way of knowing that, either it's you read about it in a book, just so that way you have the knowledge, or it is gifted to you in your dreams, or you just stumble upon it.
Okay.
But yes, Levi could definitely find out that would exist.
Now, would that actually work?
I don't see why it wouldn't. He's not native to this plane.
Okay.
Well, tomorrow was the day when people had to sign it, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Sign what?
The Wizards of the Coast new OGL.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they gave everybody until the 13th to sign.
I heard they pushed it back.
Yeah.
Did they?
As of like 6, I haven't been able to watch their press release, but apparently people aren't happy, especially with the number of people unsubscribing from D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's the metric they seem to be looking at the most. So, a voice with your wallet and D&D Beyond subscriptions, people.
I don't have a subscription, otherwise I probably would have.
Me too.
I have a subscription.
I have one.
Well, that's up to you all to decide. You don't have to tell us what you do.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's
Where was I before? So, you two were talking. Katya was saying thank you to Click, right?
Yes, and
All right.
there is one more thing: is while Click is sitting in front of Katya, I take the animated shield and I say, I picked this up because I thought it would help me out in fights, so this way it would free up my hand. But after actually using it in battle, I realized I don't have much use for it. And you mentioned how if you didn't have to hold on to a shield, you could hold on to your sword with 2 hands. And so I wanted to offer this to you. I've already talked with everybody else, and it seems like everybody else may not need it, but I feel like this might be a good option for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
How much, may I ask, how much does it add to AC?
It's like-
it adds 2, but what it does is it frees up your hand.
Got you.
Yeah. So it's like
It's not super OP.
it's a basic shield, but you get a free hand. For you, that means you can go two-handed with a weapon, or have two weapons, or if you were using a great weapon, it would still work.
I got you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
You're
So you-
very welcome.
Okay, we're done.
Okay. So I believe Levi was saying something about beetles and bopples.
Yes. That's where I wanted to go.
All right. Do you take off by yourself?
I will go with them, as there might be something I need.
What about Katya and Meepo? What is Meepo doing?
Well, Meepo doesn't really need anything, to be honest. Can't think of anything I want to buy. I will just go and browse casually.
What?
I'll go along to Beetles and Bobbles.
What are the chances there is a shrine to Lathander somewhere in the city?
It is definitely possible to find one, considering this is such a well-populated city, the largest in your country, as well as you are aware. So the odds of there not being any is very low. Now, there is a majority of humans here, so it's going to be a little bit harder to find than say the shrine of El Martyr that you've passed by a few times. You see Shantae around everywhere.
Good to know. I would like to either find a shrine or go to the giant tree.
Okay. Let's go to Beebles Bobbles first, then we can do an investigation roll and see what you find first.
Oh, I was supposed to cook for her.
I thought it was just exchange recipes.
That's right.
But yeah, it's not a problem to walk around this city. You know it well enough. But there's an odd sense of tension in the air. You remember last week time you were here, not close to 2 weeks ago, there was an increased guard presence, and there does seem to be even more activity. The guards are more quickly moving about. You see bits of war materials almost being passed around. Katya, you being formerly military, you recognize that people are stockpiling foods and supplies, and it seems like fresh armor is being made.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes, it's not too long until you eventually arrive at that the very familiar street with the sign Beetles and Bopples over a plain door.
Okay, I go in.
So which one?
Yes, as soon as you step in the door, Levi, right hand side,
Oh,
there
that's
is an empty glass jar. Left hand side, a preserved beetle.
right. I think it's the right hand side is the armor one, isn't it?
You walk on inside, you look around. There are rows and rows of potions,
Oh.
trinkets.
I thought it was the other way around.
I'm convinced Loic keeps switching
Turn around.
back and forth for shits and giggles. It's like, oh, this time it's gonna be Beatles will be the potion one. Oh,
No,
Bobbles is the potion one now.
Bobbles
Every
is
time.
always the potion one. Beetles is always the raw one.
No,
Yeah.
it's like a USB port. Every time, the first time you're always wrong. It doesn't matter. This is their sales tactic. They switch places.
Then I go to the
Magically.
left one.
All right, you go inside. You see You see boxes containing what looks to be like raw iron components, gemstones.
I walk right up to the counter. I set my shield down, and I say, I am looking for a new cloak. Something that has some built-in protection. At least I assume that somebody's there at the counter.
Looking around, there's nobody there.
Okay. Then, is there a bell?
Make a perception check.
$16.
There's not quite a little bell, but it's more of like one of those tiny dinner bells. It's not one that you would bing. It's kind of.
Then I will ding 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 ding.
While you're doing that, I'm just crawling over everything. I'm crawling over the shelves and everything.
Oh, buddy.
You're crawling over the shelves.
Yes.
Kind of glad I
Because I
did.
can't physically see the top shelves.
I look to Click and say, "Can you watch him?"
Yes, I'll keep an eye on him.
Like a raccoon.
Out comes a little disheveled looking blonde elven woman. She's got hair down to her shoulder length. She comes with no animal.
You're not here. You can't.
I
be
said nothing.
shocked.
I said nothing.
That was a Laura gasp.
Dramatic.
Can I help you?
I am looking for a new cloak. Something with a little bit of armor to it that will protect
if
me.
you're- If you're looking for an armored cloak, go to Keeley. All right, arms and armor. Thank you.
Something's
Do I sense
wrong.
that something's off with her?
Inside check.
I did yes.
I'm just trying on random pieces of jewelry or armor or whatever is on the shelves.
It's mostly you're picking up bugs. You're picking up. You're looking through boxes of gems, flaxseed, cocoons.
Yeah, I'm just picking
23
them up,
Logan.
tapping them, hitting them
Yeah.
against things.
Can you please stop that? I'm going to need that later. She looks very tired. You can looking closer, you see bags under her eyes. Her eyes are a slight bit red, and it. You said 23.
Yes.
Slumped shoulders and even a little bit of cracked fingers.
I ask her if everything's okay.
Yes, everything's fine. Do you need to buy anything? I am very busy.
Damn.
I say I am looking for something to buy, but I'm also willing to provide a listening ear. I hear you tell me everything's okay, and if you don't want me to pry, I simply won't.
Look, it's just. It has been a very busy time.
Am I aware that
Just
she doesn't have a
how?
pet?
When was the last time you were in the city? I see a lot of people, so I don't remember if I've seen you recently or not. So how much do I need to catch you up on?
I mean, it's been a good bit.
We be with fire giants.
How long have we been gone?
About 2 weeks.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since we last traveled through here.
Okay, well, you know the councilman was murdered. Are you aware of this?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Well, councilman was murdered. GM Somerset. Sorry, I haven't been getting much sleep.
It's okay.
Is this
Councilman-
Logan speaking or her?
This is her.
Okay.
Councilman Overhill was murdered. They blamed Councilman Somerset Of course, Somerset denies it, and there has been talks of secession if he's not released from prison, and everyone is on edge and preparing for the worst, and that has meant a lot of health potions for my sister to make and for me to procure ingredients for.
That's profitable for you.
It's very tiring. I prefer steady work versus, warmongering.
Yeah, but
Yes, of course.
I look at Click and say, maybe we should have stayed in the city and tried to help out on this.
Well, what would you have done?
They didn't want.
probably start the civil war.
Well, it may not be too late.
Possibly unintentionally, maybe intentionally.
If you're looking for an armored cloak, Keely at All Right Arms and Armor sells armor. If you're looking for something magical, you should talk to my sister. I peddle ingredients.
And I believe you have gems, right?
Yes, I sell gems.
I am quite interested in quite a few gems, actually, that I would like to discuss with you.
Very well.
But as much as I would like these things, I will admit I'm a little more concerned about your well-being at this time. Is there anything that I can offer that may help brighten the day a little bit? Perhaps an errand I could run, or maybe I could go into town and get you a pastry, or maybe some warm tea.
Well, the only good tea shop got blown up a few months ago.
Sorry,
What? What, Laura? What?
that was us. That was the last party.
Well, that is disappointing.
Meepo wants to make booms. Do you have anything Meepo could have that could make things go boom?
Yeah, your diet.
Logan's not
My
frozen.
diet's
No,
good.
no, it's like you saw her stop for a second, slowly raise her eyebrows.
I look at
You must be
Meepo very
prepared.
concerned.
Be prepared for war.
I'm not here. I'm
What did Click say?
Click is looking at Meepo very concerned.
Well,
Are you? She dips below the counter, pulls out a jar full of white powder.
would this make boom?
It can.
How?
It's a key ingredient for the spell Fireball.
Ooh,
Can it make bigger boom?
that's a pretty.
She pulls out another jar.
I say when
really
he's
big boom.
mentioning boom, I'm thinking that he means something like gunpowder.
What powder?
You know, the things that they put in cannons to make cannons go off.
Cannons?
Are you telling me that there are no cannons in this world?
I don't think we've ever had cannons. We've had even the fire giants only have ballista.
Gotcha.
You know, boom like they use in mines.
That's that. Keely might know more about that because I've never spent time in a mine, so
So this powder stuff, if I light it on fire or something, will it make a boom?
however the wizards do it.
Well, I'm not a wizard.
Well,
Tried
here. If you buy this and ask a wizard, they can make it go boom for you.
I don't want them. I want to make it go boom. Not them make it go boom.
I turn to Meepo and say, Meepo, maybe you can find like an arcane source that can make things go boom.
People's not picky.
I would say that my sister used to have a wand that did something similar, but that's been bought recently.
Interesting.
But okay, to get back to your name is Click. You've told me that before.
Yes.
What gems were you looking for?
Well, I got 3 big projects that I'm trying to work on. So I'll just tell you them, and whichever one you think you can help out with, you can let me know.
Okay.
So I'm trying to create a bowl that has a bunch of gems like embedded in it.
Uh-huh.
I also am trying to acquire about. Let me see here. Where is it? Um, a diamond worth about 500 gold pieces. And I'm also looking for powdered rubies about the cost of, let me see here, 1,500 gold pieces.
You got all that money? Cause I could you said you she her eyes twinkle a little bit when you're talking about 2 grand worth of material here.
I honestly didn't think I could get all of it done today.
Nah, it's that ain't gonna be a rush order. It's- But
Meeple will pay even more if you could provide the boom.
she stares at you again and raises her eyebrow.
Well,
I'm honestly surprised you didn't go artificer in the first place.
You say that again?
Oh, I'm honestly surprised Meepo wasn't an artificer to begin with.
Nope, rogue all the way down.
of course.
No, you guys
Well,
haven't met any artificers that you've talked to.
I'll tell her. Well, my 2 biggest priorities at this time is a gem encrusted bowl worth about 1,000 gold and a diamond worth 500 gold.
Are artificers
So if
in
you have those
5e?
2 items, I can pay for those up front.
I I've got 1 diamond, and if you give me time, I can source all the gems you need. What kind of bowl are we talking about, honey?
Something like, kind of like a small, like little decorative type bowl.
Is it made of wood, metal,
Uh,
plaster?
Let me see here. I'm trying to do research on this. I'm trying to prep.
Heroes
I don't
feast.
even know if we're going to get to this level. I'm hoping we'll get to the level where I can do this spell eventually.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember what the name of the campaign is. I think we're just chaining campaigns together at this point.
Huh?
Is that correct, Logan?
I mean, I don't think we ever had an official name for this campaign.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
I mean, the bowl itself can be made of like some basic metal. I would like for it to at least look nice, but I definitely need to get the gems encrusted into it.
Okay. Well, like I said before, I've got a working relationship with Killy at All Right Arms and Armor. So you pay me, I'll subcontract him to make a bowl for you.
Now, seeing how I could tell by your eyes getting so wide that I am spending a lot of money, do you think that there's potential for a discount here? Or maybe a little bit of extra thrown on top?
She smiles. Just cocks her head slightly and smiles. Roll persuasion.
All right. Can I give myself guidance?
You already started the conversation.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Please pause the conversation. I need to cast a spell real quick.
Perception. All right, you said a persuasion. Oh, this is going to suck. That is an 11.
Well, you're talking about a lot of import work, honestly, especially with the Somerset clan kind of possibly leading to secession, and that's where most of the gem mines are.
When are we supposed to leave again for the
Oh, right.
the desert?
very soon. Basically, as soon as you get back to Waterdeep Tower, the
So
White
yeah,
Spire.
I don't know if we have time.
So,
We'll
I
come
mean,
back after that.
just from the ink equity that would be involved. Like I said, I have 1 diamond in stock for you today, and I can get the rest of that on order if you pay a deposit today.
Well, I pulled out one of the silver platters that we got at the very beginning of the game, and I hold it. I say, "Your friend, do you think he could just take this silver and shape this into a bowl?"
Yeah, he could do that.
Well, then that way you're not spending so much more on material costs. Now this is just straight up labor.
Uh-huh.
I then pull out my 4 rubies and say, "Would you be willing to grind these into a fine powder for me?"
Yeah, that'll knock off like how many rubies is it?
I need
How many did you
1,400, or no,
you
I
said
need.
1,500. How many did you give her?
I gave her 400 worth of solid rubies.
Yeah, okay, I'll knock off 400 rubies worth in the cost.
All right. So now, what do you mean by that? Like, are you saying that you'll be willing to grind these down for me for free?
Oh, I'm not grinding them down. Achilles gonna do that.
All right. Will it cost me any extra to get them ground down?
She thinks, no.
All right. I want to make sure that I'm understanding fully, because this is a lot of money we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
This is funny.
I'm glad you enjoy this.
I'm sorry.
Sure you are.
Well, I'm not here right now, so.
Katya's just walking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look impatiently at Click and be like, "Are we almost done? Are we?"
We're almost done. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't blow everything at once.
Miko's
So
trying to blow everything up.
we're in agreement for the bowl for 1,000 gold and the 500 gold diamond.
So you just want so make this clear. An assortment of gems set into the bowl for 1,000 gold pieces and the 500 gold piece diamond. I'm not sourcing any rubies.
Not at this time.
Okay, then you should hold on to your rubies, honey. Unless
Would
you're
you-
unless this is how you are paying me.
No, I need the rubies grounded into powder.
Okay, well, if it's
Can you
If
point me
that's
to
a-
somebody who can do that for me?
Keely at All Right Arms and Armor.
All right.
That's where we need to go. We're going there next.
All right, I'm okay with that. And then so you'll supply the gems that are going to be put into this plate that eventually will become a bowl. Is that correct?
For 1,000 gold pieces, yes.
And I will also expect that 500 gold piece diamond.
Right. So you're gonna give me 1,500 gold pieces. Your friend who asked for are you looking for an armored cloak, like with metal plates in it?
Yes.
Are you looking for a magical cloak? Because you look a little scrawny.
Well, whatever provides me a little more protection.
Well, both will work. It's just one's a bit heavier. So, and
Well, probably the magical one, yeah, because
Then you need-
I'm not the strongest.
then you need to go talk to my sister, not Keely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sh-
Go-
sh-
go
she's the
right
one
down the-
across the way, right?
Yes, she's at Bopples. This is Beatles.
I mean, we went in there and turned around because we saw all the
All right,
magical
hey.
stuff.
Logan, just real quick, just to make sure I'm aware, 1,000 platinum or 100 platinum equals 1,000 gold, right?
Correct.
All right, I give her the money. I give her the full 1,500.
While Click's finishing that, I'm going across the hall.
Okay. She gives you a nice little velvet bag like they give Crown Royal in, and she
Yeah.
hands you a 500 gold piece diamond, and she writes up a letter. It's like, are you still going to Achilles?
Yes, we are.
Okay. She She writes up a letter. She pulls out a stamp, marks it, deliver this to him. He'll get started on your project.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate all your help.
Not to worry. She wipes her eyes a little bit. She clearly got excited when you were actually talking about exchanging such huge sums of money, but now the energy seems to have gone out of her.
I offered even more.
She didn't see any cash, and you just asked for boom stuff. She gave you the boom stuff that she has.
Well,
Okay, Ian.
Yep.
As Levi, you go across the hallway into Bopples. You see rows and rows. It's identically set up, but instead of raw goods, it's potions, it's magical looking items, and behind the woman, or behind the counter, you see another elvish woman with who looks damn near identical, but with shoulder length hair.
I want to
She's
say,
got
excuse me, your sister sent me over here.
Is
I
the dog
am looking for a cloak, something that'll provide me a little bit of magical protection to protect me. I used to wear armor, but it didn't feel very well anymore, and I just need that little something to help protect me a little more.
okay.
Is the dog there?
I don't see a dog.
At a quick look around, he doesn't see the dog.
Damn.
But he can look a little harder if he wanted to. Okay. So you said a cloak. Are you looking anything else you wanted?
No,
Like-
that's primarily just the cloak. I'm feeling rather unprotected from moving from actual metal to this leather stuff, and I just feel vulnerable.
why don't you just keep your metal stuff?
That's interesting. Like the little lizard man said. But if you want a cloak, we've had a bit of a run on him. That was a fake yawn.
It still worked.
Nice.
We've had a little bit of a run on him. I could get you one for 1,500.
Would you be interested in a trade?
What you got?
I have this wonderful shield that provides way more protection than a normal shield.
She looks at it. She pulls out a little pearl from her pocket, and like her eyes partially close, but you still see like some light coming out from underneath it as she casts the identify spell. This is the +2.
Yep.
She perks up a little bit. Yeah, we can do a partial trade.
Partial.
How
No.
about
Let's do a straight trade.
all right, contested persuasion roll.
16.
All right, she got a 16. And that was with no bonuses. So
Roll again.
how about for the shield, I'll give you the cloak and 100 gold pieces.
You will give me the cloak and 100 gold pieces?
No.
That's what you said.
No, not in writing. You give me the shield and 100 gold pieces, you get the cloak.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, deal. And she drags the shield across the counter and it just kind of drops behind it. It's like she looks around for a bit. She digs under the counter and pulls out this cloak. Just without care, she flops it down. She flops it down on the counter. It makes you think of some of the cloaks you saw at the Thunderlock Tavern brawl. Uh, yeah. You can, as you look closer to it, you see tiny little sewings that seem their thread seems to be slightly reflective.
I try it on, put the
It fits.
cloak
It
over,
fits great.
put the hat part over, and say,
Yeah.
"This will definitely do."
Oh, it looks great on you. Can I get you anything else? How
No,
about you?
thank you.
How about you, Meepo? You've been in my
Yeah.
store before.
I'm sure he's destroyed something in your store before.
Can't recall.
I think we've managed to keep that from happening. I'm not
So
there.
far. Speaking of which, do you have anything that could make things go boom?
Boom in what way? You want?
Like boom.
She looks around. She digs underneath her counter and pulls out like this loose assortment of rings. She pulls out this little ring. This could do it.
What's it do?
Makes things go boom.
Like, how big a boom?
Well,
Big bada boom.
for someone like you, mm,
Like, I don't want fire. I want like pieces.
Logan, you screwed me up.
what?
Like, I don't want fire. I want pieces.
What are we talking about? Because like a rock,
Like,
yeah,
if
you could.
hard thing in the way, Meeple wants to go through it.
I mean, I could sell you a hammer and a stopwatch, and you could get something hard out of your way.
But that's not boom.
No, this will make something go boom.
Boom.
Yes.
Mm. Big boom? How big boom?
Yeah, it's bigger than most booms.
Mm.
Most booms that most people can do.
What does that mean?
This is a ring of thunderclap. It makes things go boom.
Mm.
Ooh.
Look up what thunderclap does.
It's a cantrip that does thunder damage.
Mm. Meeple was looking for something for hard targets, not soft targets.
I mean, you use it on a rock, it'll shatter eventually.
Meeple wants to go through walls.
Use it on a wall enough times, it'll.
I don't think it's quite what Meeple's looking for.
Oh well. If
Any
you're looking
bigger
for,
booms?
the
The biggest boom you've got.
biggest boom I've got.
Really glad
Do you
I
have any boom powder?
Boom powder? You'd have to talk to my sister for that.
Oh, she only had fireball magic stuff.
Wait, that's boom powder. What? I'm confused.
Meeple wants the fancy boom, the mining boom powder.
Hold on. She goes into the back. Well, she comes out with a wand. It's yellow and it has a spiral going up it. It's like this will make a bigger boom.
How big will this boom be?
This is a wand of Thunderwave. But it's the biggest boom I've got right now. It's a bigger boom than the ring, but you can only use it so many times in a day or it will break.
10 feet away, 2d6. It's okay. Meeple will look elsewhere.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Come on, Meepo, let's go find Click and then we'll find Cat.
Do you think Click will find Boom?
Yeah, you find Boom later.
As you're walking away, you see her lean back in her chair and you hear soft snoring.
It's like a massive sleep spell.
Where did Click go?
Click went on to the place I'm supposed to go to talk about grinding these rubies down.
Uh, Achilles. All right.
Yes.
And Meepo and Levi were definitely there for most of that conversation, so they could be able to figure out where that was. So you all walk up. You see Click talking to the blacksmith in mid conversation. Where's this conversation picking up, Click?
So as they're prior to them, I would have given the letter and all that, and I'm holding out the rubies. I say, yeah. So ultimately, I'm trying to get about 1,400, 1,500. I don't remember.
15.
1,500 gold's worth grinded down. So I got this much rubies here. Would you be willing to grind this down into dust for me?
Yeah.
Would you charge me anything to grind it down into dust?
I mean, that's like half an hour, so not much. Silver.
Okay, that much I can afford. And I got some friends that may be coming, and I don't imagine had too much luck. So, by any chance, do you have an enchanted item that would allow somebody to make an explosion at a designated target?
You see him place his hand on his metal arm. I don't peddle in that.
Do you know anybody who might?
No, I don't. No, I don't. If
That's okay. I just figured I would ask.
no, yeah,
This
But-
before we get there, I assume.
you walk up. This whole conversation that you guys have heard because this is when you guys walked up.
Meeple will pay really well if you do.
He again places his hand on his metal arm. I'm afraid I don't sell that kind of stuff.
Don't worry, doesn't dig deep. Meeple won't ask where you get it.
He stares at you
No
and
one will
raises
know
an eyebrow.
who gets it.
Your name is Meepo, right? I've seen you before.
Meeple knows you. You must have the special stuff.
Nope, just all right arms and armor.
Here,
Mm.
here.
I dig out a silver and I hand it to him. And
Thank
I
you.
say, I appreciate it. And you said about 30 minutes, right?
Yeah. Did you
All
want
right,
me to
I'll
hold on
be-
to it for you, or
Huh?
did you want me to hold on to it for you, or?
Oh, no. I'll go ahead and I'll come back in about 30 minutes to pick it up.
Do you have any friends who might be in that business? Meeple's trying to act suave,
Persuasion roll.
comically suave, of course. Like all things Meeple does. Persuasion was surprisingly good. 10. Meeple's incredibly average.
No. Don't know anybody that deals in explosive powder. Perhaps you should go up to Beetles and Bopples. I hear they supply.
Really?
I hear they supply powders to the White Spire.
Because they told us that you had the good stuff.
How come you say it like you have the good stuff?
Because of the implication.
Nope. I'm completely just arms and armor here.
Maybe this is arms.
If you're not willing to buy anything,
I've been trying to buy it.
I don't have anything that causes explosions. I got some interesting daggers and great swords.
Do they explode?
Nope.
Oh,
People, great swords that tend to explode in your face don't get you repeat customers.
what if they explode what if they explode in the other guy's face?
No, no explosives.
Oh, we both ejected.
Well, if that be all,
Yeah.
I'll get right to work there.
All right, thank you very much. I'll be back in about 40 or so minutes.
All right. I'll be here. All right. Sorry, Katya. Let's cut to you now. I mean, it's a shopping episode. There's got to be a shopping episode every now and then.
It's all
We're
because of the
going
line at the beginning.
shopping.
I have been
I
done
did.
ever since.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
It's all because of the yawning at the beginning.
Katya.
Needs a still suit.
Oh, haha. I mean, this is the place where you would buy stuff where you think you're going into the desert.
Need a still
Oh.
suit.
Oh, right. We should prepare for going into the desert. Okay.
Katya, you
Yes.
are walking around these streets. You see young recruits being hastily trained up. It looks like a bunch of fresh-faced people. It's odd because you know that most of the training is done in the outlier castles, but it appears that the heavy guard presence is not only just city guard, but regular troops.
Huh.
You are looking for Lathander the Giant Tree, correct?
Yes.
Roll investigation, or
Oh, that is
actually, not investigation, because let me rephrase. How are you going about looking for it?
that is a good question. Is there like a religious center in this city?
They're mostly scattered about because like there are districts. There's the merchant district, the residential areas, the place the merchant. Oh, sorry, merchant, residential, the main government offices and barracks,
Uh-huh.
as well as like the docks. Um, and then the only place that you haven't been to too often is the ever-growing Concord, which is in the historical area, the oldest part of the city.
Got you. And that's where the giant tree is.
Yes, very easy to spot.
I will probably head in and then like is there an area that specifically tends to house like shrines for the city or
Well, um, and they're more about scattered about because where people worship is more about where it's convenient, where there are signs saying like the god's presence is strong here.
gotcha. Well, I'll probably head in the direction of the giant tree because
Hmm.
that feels like it'd be most strong there.
Mhm.
And if I don't if I encounter a shrine that would be loosely related to Lathander, I'll pop in there to ask. Otherwise, I'll make it all the way to the tree.
Okay, can you
Does that-
roll a d20 for me?
Did that make sense?
Yes, you're headed towards the giant tree, but you're gonna stop along the way and see what's on the way.
Yeah. That's a 6.
Okay, with a 6, this is pretty straightforward. You're not really able to find Lathander or anything too close. You're able to find, like I said before, El Martyr and Shantae, and they're very welcoming. The people at El Martyr invite you in for service in Gruul. Yeah. Um, but all in all, it's kind of unsuccessful on finding something that would fit your niche, and that's when you end up at the Concord. It's this absolutely massive oak tree, several hundred feet up in the air, and it's surrounded by a forest of smaller trees. Um, the co- the cobblestone, which is put together in a more roughshod way than you had at the fire giant's place, just ends abruptly. There, beneath the cool area of the trees, you see grass and dirt and even squirrels.
I am going to maybe not like the big tree, but a nice tree where I could sit at the bottom and kind of look up and see the big tree and the sky.
How far do you go in?
Pretty far in.
Okay. Looking for a place where you can see the sky, you head all the way into the interior meadow because it appears that right around the base of the trunk, there is a bit in a cleared out area. So all the other trees have formed this giant ring around the main one. During your travel there, can you make a perception check?
Yes, I can. Perception. It's a 6.
You hear a faint snoring, but you're unable to locate its source.
Okay.
Okay. So, passing underneath these trees, and there are a variety of trees. You see some fruiting trees, some nut trees. It seems like there's a whole variety supported in this area, and they're all bountifully producing things. But that's when you get to the interior of the ring. And you see that wide open interior meadow. Between at the roots of the tree, these things are massive. Approximately, you would think that if you were to stretch arm to arm, you might be able to wrap your arm around one of the narrow roots.
Wow.
What do you do?
I want to plant myself at the base of one of the smaller trees so I can kind of like look up at the sky and the big tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to like meditate and pray to Lathander and kind of reflect on how my life has been, how I kind of screwed up by giving in to greed, whole were chart fiasco, a lot of my anger issues. I've really not been like myself lately.
Okay. You are the gentle breeze that passes through the tree normally carries the stench of the city, but in this small little meadow, you no longer smell like any of those things. It's all natural, the earth, the grass, the trees. You're there and you breathing deeply when you hear a voice. Hello again. Opening your eyes, it is the old, wrinkled elf, Puish.
Knew it.
Found your way here? Most people do. Do you mind if I sit beside you? I don't like standing long.
Oh, you're welcome to join me, of course.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm writing.
It's okay. So what brings you here today?
This is the closest space I can find to connect with Lathander.
He says. I've never... I've always liked this place too. I don't think it's for the same reasons, though.
I think it is the closest to how I can feel like me. And I've not really been feeling like myself lately.
Who have you been feeling like? I see, he looks at your armor. I see you improved it since we've last met. It must have been quite the challenge.
It was. But I wonder if that's part of the problem. I've
What do you
become
mean?
very self-centered and aggressive lately.
Hmm. Self-centered and aggressive. He smirks a little bit. You know, that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes I completely dropped the old man voice.
That's okay.
It hurt a little bit.
That's all good.
Sometimes you think about others too much, you forget yourself.
But is it a problem if my own greed leads others into danger and potentially death?
He sits for a minute. Well, I hate to say it, but sometimes death's just part of things. Did they go with you willingly?
Yes.
Well, then they made that choice. It's like, I assume these are the friends I've seen you with before.
They are.
Where are they today?
They're shopping.
Oh, okay. I was worried that I was gonna find a plot around here I didn't recognize.
Cute us dancing and singing. Let's go to the mall, everybody. Orange mocha frappuccinos.
Man, I could go for one of those.
Gasoline fight.
Well, sorry, I've lost my train of thought. Where were we?
Oh, they're not dead. They're just shopping.
That's good.
Did you ever fight?
Long time ago. He says, looking at his hand.
Did you ever find yourself in uncontrollable rages?
He looks at you. No, but I had a friend who would. She was so sweet, but never set her off.
Eh.
It's like I had to learn the hard way what did set her off one day. But, you know, he stares off for a moment. Sorry, what were you talking about?
Just trying to figure out how to get my anger under control. I don't even remember being like this in the military.
You know, I had a friend in the military too.
If only if you were friends with like an Emperor Palpatine kind of person.
So Eric, what?
If only her mentor person, or whatever, was an Emperor Palpatine kind of person, or Senator Palpatine at the time.
Well, I
Yes,
mean,
use your anger. Yes.
my friend who, whenever she would get angry, she'd, you know, she would get afraid of her anger sometimes, but she learned to deal with it by pointing it in the right directions. I mean, that was her method. I don't know if that'll work for you. It's never worked for me.
Okay.
But we
Right direction.
we had a different perspective though.
That's fair.
Yeah. He gets quiet for a moment. I'm sorry, I keep staring off. It's a bit late for me. It's like middle of the day.
That's okay. I hope I'm not keeping you.
No, most people don't talk to me nowadays.
Flashback to swinging hammers.
Swinging hammers?
Yes, I'm thinking of my last character.
Oh, yeah.
Is Push human?
Is that who Logan's making allusions to?
Push is an elf.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're making allusions to Rena.
Oh my lord, he's very old.
It's like he sees you looking at him. Yes, I am quite old.
Sorry.
But, age comes wisdom in perspective. I've seen a lot of things people won't get to and may never get to see again. So, I don't know.
I
Uh,
pray you live the years you've lived.
he looks at you. No, you don't. I don't think you will. You're looking at your ears. You've got a human parentage.
Father,
Good man.
he's the one who raised me.
Oh, so not to pry, but no, mother.
I don't know much about her.
Hmm. He never told you.
No, he gets upset and I don't like to pry.
Hmm. That's understandable. Feelings can hurt. People just have their own way of dealing with things, don't they?
Yeah.
He stretches, cracks his back. Oh well, cherish this time that you have with him.
I do. I know I won't have him for much longer.
Oh, is he oh right, you said he was human.
And I may be young, but for him I am old.
What are you like, 50s?
Yep.
That is young.
Tell my friends that.
Are you the old soul?
I think I am the oldest of our group.
Oh, okay.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, if I remember right, I think your Eric Hoker friend, he's probably gonna not be around much longer.
He's living it up.
A
We're trying to
threat?
get him back to his home.
That's good.
Is that a threat?
It's like, is he part of the Gray Speak Mountains tribe?
Do I know? He is from.
Click
Luke has never really told you guys much about his life or his home or much of anything.
I just know you're from the air elemental plane.
Yep, you just don't know the names of where he's from. And he's never mentioned Gray Speak Mountain tribe.
I don't know. I know he's got a family and a special someone.
That's good. It's always nice to have a special someone.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm probably boring you, and you looked like you were meditating, so sorry for bothering you. Just an old man who wanted to talk for a bit.
I appreciate it. Can I steal one more moment of your time?
Huh.
Have you ever been to the desert?
A while ago.
What do I need if I'm going to the desert?
Water. You
Fair.
need, it gets, he's thinking really hard. It gets hot at night. No, it's backwards. It's very hot in the day and get cold at night. We had a nice tent for at night, and then just proper clothing for the day. Just bring plenty of water.
Okay.
Are you going to the desert?
I am with the White Spire.
Oh, you're who they picked.
Yeah.
It's what do you call a secret that's not a secret?
I don't know.
Anyway, pretty much everyone in the city knows that that's what the Thunderlock Bar Crawl was for this year, so
All right.
you should do fine, especially with that armor. Um, try fire resistance. I hear that helps keep you cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice talking to you.
You too.
Your name's Katya, right? I can't remember if you've told me or not.
Yes.
It's okay. I saw it on a billboard. Why wouldn't I remember that?
That's okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go to my room. Bye.
Bye, Push.
And you see him slowly, like, do old man walk away. You can't really see his feet moving because of his very oversized cloak that's kind of just wrapping around him. But eventually he disappears under the gap in the root in the trees.
All right.
Okay. What else would you like to do?
Well, I suppose when I feel sufficiently better from meditating, have I been enlightened in any other ways except?
You feel calm. You've definitely had a long time to think about yourself. Whether or not you hold these lessons to be self-evident will be up to Katya.
Got you.
But after, we'll say that was all roughly an equivalent amount of time, and that you guys can meet up somewhere. Although determining how you guys find each other, it's a large city. You're not going to be able to just walk into each other. Quick, I'm gonna have everybody whisper. No, Katya, I'm gonna whisper to you, and then you're gonna say where you go trying to find the other people, and then we're gonna see where the other people try to find you. So,
Logan, are we?
Oh boy.
Never mind.
Time to find people.
I thought we were going to the armor place.
That where we just were?
No, we were at Beetles and Baubles.
No, after that we went.
all right. So, whoops.
What the fuck? I'm so confused.
So you all are now whispered. So Laura can't hear y'all. So where do you guys go after all of your shopping?
Didn't she say she was heading to the tree?
She did say she was headed to the tree, but it's been several hours now that you guys have been done with shopping.
Chris, you're on mute.
Muted.
Sorry, I didn't think you guys wanted to hear me every time I had to blow my nose.
No, I appreciate it.
Would I have my powdered rubies by now then?
Yeah, you could definitely have your powdered rubies now.
All right, cool.
Can you do a locate object?
I could do you one better. I'll cast sending.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So,
All right, sending.
That was easy.
so Laura, you receive a message in your mind that says, "Hey, it's Click. I think we did just about everything we needed to do. Where would you like to meet up at?"
Am I there yet, Logan?
At where? Yeah, you're there.
So with a little bit of bread and cheese in my mouth, I'll respond in my mind. I'm at the Green Dragon having lunch.
All right, we'll head that way. And then I
All
tell everybody she's at the Green Dragon eating ahead of us. She said that she would go ahead and pay for our next meals.
That's not what I said.
Oh, cool.
Not what I said.
That means you, Meepo.
All right, so you all go to the Green Dragon Inn. You walk in. Katya is eating a cheese sandwich.
Where's the meat?
No more
Don't
taste for fish.
Eat.
You don't want a little fishy?
Not a fishy anymore.
No fish.
No
We'll
fish.
sit down and say, well, if Katya's paying, we'll get a full meal.
Who said I was paying?
Glick said that you said that he was paying. You were paying.
There might have been a misconnection.
If y'all are cool with vegetarian food, then yes.
Well, I mean, I can eat vegetarian every once in a while. I don't think Meepo will want that very much, but
Anything not vegetarian is out of your own pocket.
You-
Do eggs count as vegetarian?
Yes.
Okay. I
not
know
a
some.
vegan.
Yes, I know some vegetarians draw the line at eggs, and some don't.
Oh. Technically, some vegans don't eat honey.
I mean, it would make sense.
Except bees give it of their own free will.
I've
To
never
say-
got consent from a bee.
Bees can leave.
It's an abusive relationship. They could just leave.
Yeah.
There's
Like,
no
Do
fence.
they understand? I don't know.
Well, if they're not
Bugs.
happy, if they feel that something's being taken from them, they can just leave. They
Just
can
leave,
set up
losers.
shop somewhere else.
so,
Okay.
So we're supposed to start heading into the desert. Is that right?
Yeah, I have a list of things we should search for.
Search for in the desert.
No, in the shops.
Well, I'm shopped out.
All right, I will go shopping. You just hand over some gold to cover your expenses.
Can I cash app you?
If you put, does that count as putting it in the bag of holding?
Well, I mean, kind of.
Well, put 10 gold in the bag of holding. And I'll pay back whatever it doesn't get spent.
I'm sorry. Where is it you're going, Katya?
I remembered we're going to the desert, so we should probably stock up on stuff for the desert.
Can't we just bill the people who are sending us to the desert?
I don't remember if they're paying for that or not, actually. We
Yeah,
could meet
they
up with
should.
them first.
I feel like they should be.
They might be. Hold on. Oh, here's my notes on that area.
What, the college? Or the desert?
It does say if we accept, we need food, water, hot weather gear, antidotes to poison, and a will. Oh, hey, I found my notes.
A will.
A will.
No need for such silly things.
I do.
This is the DM speaking. Just imagine your human father not outliving you.
He won't, though.
I'm saying if you need a will,
Well, I mean, if I
People
die
need
in the desert, he will outlive me.
right? Exactly.
Ah, yeah, that would suck.
I will say, I can help take care of the poison aspect.
Logan,
Hmm?
did they already pay us 1,000 gold?
I do not recall. I have to rewatch that episode.
Because it says 1,000 as a group now. We may keep a share of what we find. We agreed to take the contract.
How much money do you guys have?
Well,
I have 25 platinum, 872 gold.
considerable amount.
I'll say they haven't paid you yet.
I don't think so, because I think that's just our winnings.
Meepo doesn't really spend money often.
I mean, in that case, y'all don't pay me anything, I'll go collect the 1,000 gold and then use that to buy our stuff.
You do that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Levi, Meepo.
Sure.
You can come shopping with me.
Meeple will go shopping with you. Meeple is still in search of things.
Fair enough. Logan, how much do I owe for lunch?
For a full spread of vegetarian items.
Yeah.
Do you get wine? Because wine's vegetarian.
Yeah, I do get wine.
Okay.
Absolutely.
After a couple of pitchers of wine, just because, 5 gold.
Okay.
Maybe they overcharge you a little bit when they see how much you're spending.
Those monsters.
All right, so you're going to buy gear.
Yes.
Okay, where do you go?
Give me 1 second because I want to see what kind of spells I have access to. Oh, I have protection from poison. Okay. I can prepare, create food and water. Okay. Is there essentially a general store?
You could find one. The city definitely allows there to be enough variety in shops that most places tend to specialize because
Okay.
like they got to stand out.
That's fair. Okay. I essentially need a supply store in terms of like getting some hot weather clothing, lots of water pouches.
Okay. Yeah, that won't be too hard to find, except for the active military raising that's going on. It seems that most of the stock has been picked over. You are able to find. Go ahead and roll
Oh,
a general persuasion check.
before we do this, can I go pick up the gold from the White Spire?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you. A general persuasion check.
Yes, just to see how well all of your prices go.
Persuasion check. Persuasion check. Here we go. 13. I'm rolling not great today.
Okay, so you are able to find the stuff that you need, but it is at a slightly higher cost because of all of the added.
Okay, I caught up.
Yeah. So if you're gonna buy 2 tents, one for each of you, or 2 tents that are 2 person. That's 4 gold pieces each.
Okay.
You are able to keep a lot of stuff in the bag of holding.
Uh-huh.
As far as carrying water skins, they're pretty small, but an extra water skin for all of you would only come out to an extra gold piece.
Do you all already have water skins? I'm going to imagine yes.
No.
I don't. Well, what do we need water skins for?
Everyone has a basic watering skin for
Meepo might
adventuring
not
gear.
have one because he
He's
was
naked,
stolen.
right?
So I will buy
Oh.
5 water skins.
Meeple wears only his toga.
So 5 water skins.
Ever since he was robbed.
Actually, the toga will serve you well in the desert.
Meepo's basically Diogenes.
Are you gonna start carrying around a chicken?
No, I'll carry a man.
Man's too large for you.
I'm just
No.
imagining him riding Katya and going,
Featherless
"Oh,
chicken.
a chicken."
Has to be a featherless chicken.
Well, even so, like a chicken's like half Meepo's size, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So outfit everyone in traveler's clothes would be 10 gold pieces. Katya, looking at these traveler clothes, they seem to be very loose fitting white fabrics that allow air to move through them, but cover up most of exposed skin.
Cool. Can I get extra? Should I get extra rations just to say that we're covered?
Couldn't hurt. It's like
Okay.
otherwise, Meepo our clique's gonna make you some instant mashed potatoes.
I also have create food and water.
Yep, that's what I mean by instant mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
Those-
we'll get
those-
some extra rations. Why not?
I can only create water.
Clerks can create food and water.
Creating water sounds pretty damn useful.
Do I have create food and water? Yep, create food and water.
Why do we
Yeah.
need to bring more water then? We'll just make all the water we need.
We need the water pouches.
Oh yeah, there it is.
You thirsty? Just cast create water. Wait,
But then
water.
it'll
That's third
spill.
level spell.
We'll make
it'll-
it in your mouth.
It'll spill on the ground.
Make it in my stomach.
Okay. Anyway.
You can't do that. Otherwise, people will say, "I want to create water in their lungs."
Yes.
No,
That's a good idea.
I will
It's
dry
not
drown
allowed.
them.
not allowed.
I don't see no rule.
The rule that says DM decides.
Fair.
According to one D&D, that no.
We ain't playing one
Is
D
there
and
a
D
spell
yet.
that makes earth? Can I fill their lungs with dirt?
Do
No
y'all have extra?
extra.
Let me get my brain on point. Attunement slots.
So everybody has 3 slots, unless they're an artificer, which then they can get more.
Well, right, but for my party members, do any of you have open ones? Do rings of fire resistance require attunement?
Let's check.
Is it a magic item?
It is. So it'd be very expensive. Especially getting the quantity that you want.
Figured I'd ask. It does require attunement.
Oh, okay.
That would be expensive. We'll swing by Beetles and Bobbles. We're going back, Meepo.
Okay.
They'll be so happy to see you again.
She's gonna keep being grumpy.
All right, which door do you go in?
Bobbles.
Bobbles.
I lightly nod.
Door's open.
Can I ask if you have a couple of things? I look around on the shelves.
What do you want to see on the shelves?
Do I see is anything labeled like a little shop?
Yeah, there's some labels. It's a fairly organized shop.
Okay, I'm looking for antidotes to poisons and maybe potions of fire resistance.
Okay. Let me check here. Am I not spelling antidote right?
I don't know.
Antitoxin. Okay. Yeah, you find some antitoxins, antivenoms.
I'm going to assume that's what I want. Do they have labels for price?
50 gold piece a vial.
Okay. Real quick, the extra rations and water skins, what did they cost me?
The extra rations, each ration's a silver. So how many did you get?
Uh, let's say 20. So 20.
Yeah, so 20, each is silver, 2 gold.
2 gold. Excellent. Thank you. The water skins.
They were. Oh, you looked this up.
I'm sorry.
How many did you get?
5.
One gold piece total for all 5.
Okay. Okay. So that is 8, 20, 21 of the 1,000 spent. Are there potions of fire resistance?
Hold on. Look around. See something labeled Alchemist's Fire.
I don't think that's right.
You don't see any in front of the shelf.
Okay. All right. The antitoxins, antivenoms are 50 gold apiece. Okay. Do I care what my colleagues think?
That's up to you. Meepo is there as your witness.
Miko likes to take his life in his own hands, though.
That's true.
Meepo, should I play it safe and stock up on antitoxins since they specifically said to?
Only if you're a coward.
I'm willing to take that label.
Fair enough.
Let me give me a second to do some math. All right, I'll buy 8.
That's 400 gold piece.
Yep.
But you're gonna have to actually wake her up.
Yep. I'm gonna go over and lightly knock on the counter. I'm sorry. Can I buy some stuff?
She slowly nods. Wipes the drool off her mouth. What would you like to buy?
8 antitoxin, and I was wondering if you had any fire resistance potions.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
You're okay.
Oh, it's been a madhouse around here. How many potions did you need?
Of the fire resistance?
Yeah.
How much do they go for?
One potion's 500.
Huh, never mind on that. We're just gonna stick to the antitoxin.
Okay. That's fine. Straightens herself. That's 400 gold pieces for the 8 vials, please.
Hand over the 400. I also slip her a recipe, not for the butternut squash soup, but for Potawatomi rice. It's very good.
She looks at it. She looks at you. 1 minute. She goes into the back. She comes out with a recipe that calls. It's kind of like a Dutch oven lasagna with vegetarian.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's like my mom used to make this one a lot. It's like I don't know if you would ever have time to eat it because it takes a while on the fire to get it going. So like next time you're in town, if you want to have some, I'll make some and like uh, uh my I'm still waking up. You can come upstairs to my sister and I's apartment and have some. Your friend's invited too if you want some. Do you like vegetarian lasagna?
Was that at Meepo?
Yes.
I mean,
That was just me sharing my recipe.
Okay.
couldn't complain.
You couldn't complain?
There's not much meat I won't eat.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of anti-venom that you bought there, so wherever you're going, be safe.
Thank you. We're going into the desert, so I have to go write a will next.
What would happen if I chugged the antivenom?
You're good
You
for an hour.
No,
yeah.
I just down bottles of it.
Meepo grabs a bottle.
No.
Tempting.
All right, slide a hand check if you're gonna do it.
Hmm. Let's see, what am I?
Katya, you're gonna have to make a contested perception check.
This isn't gonna go well.
20.
Beat it.
I got a 16, which I argue is very good for me.
Katya, as you're talking to her about the vegetarian lasagna, you don't notice Meepo slide one of the vials out of your hand and immediately drink one.
Oh,
What does it taste like?
It's kind of like a weird oily texture because any venom in real life is just the antibodies made by large animals after we inject them. So it's kind of got like this weird, oily, slimy texture to it. But it doesn't have much of a taste. Mostly water, but it's kind of like a oily water.
I recommend to her that it needs flavoring. You need seasoning.
you're good if anybody poisons you in the next hour. But Meepo, you're down one on your account. There was only 2 for each of us.
Meeple will pay to replace it.
I don't have any more. I'm sorry. That was on my stock.
Oh well.
Oh,
Yeah. Are your friends still in town too?
they are. We are. We left them at the Green Dragon.
Oh, that's a good place. Too touristy though.
Yeah.
All of us won't actually fit in the apartment if you bring them as well, so I'll have to rethink that.
Okay. Well, we're actually going to be leaving very soon, but
Right, to the desert, right. It's
if I
like,
survive,
yeah. Well, it's like you guys, it's like Tula told me about what your friend was going to buy. It's like,
all the jewels or Meepo searching for explosives.
the jewels.
Ah,
Like he wasn't interested in the explosive powder we got here. So it's like, maybe it's a frequent customer appreciation.
fair enough.
So, you know what? I think they offer rooms at the Green Dragon Inn that we can like I'll bring the lasagna there.
All right, that sounds lovely.
All right. Yeah, thanks for spending all your money here. That was very helpful.
Who said all our money?
Yeah, really, we do spend all of our money there.
Not all of our money.
Anywho, was you need anything else?
I don't think so. I think that was it.
All right then.
Well, get some good rest.
She smiles.
Can you point me in the direction of a lawyer?
Those exist.
For a will, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this is like, is this for a guild?
I don't know. I just need a will. I am working for the White Spire.
Okay, well, if they're like other guilds, as far as I know, you'll just leave them a sheet of paper with your name and on it saying this is what you want to happen if you don't finish your quest.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Yeah. I've never been on a quest, so that's all I've picked up from people coming into the store.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All
Hopefully,
right.
see you later.
See you later. Bye. Bring more money.
Hopefully.
Have something I want to buy.
All right. Well,
All right. So you guys return to the Green Dragon Inn. You've got all your stuff now.
let me do some math. 420. Calculator 1000 minus 421 divided by 3. No. No. All right, everybody gets 144 gold.
We receive?
Yeah.
144.
Nope, Logan disappeared.
Did he?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just went to get myself some water.
All right. Do you want me to stick everything in the bag of holding for now? Well, I'll give everybody their traveler's clothes.
Looking at these clothes, they are very
Oh.
loose, light colored pigmentation, meant for air to flow in through them. Click, you're going to have to modify yours slightly if you wish to fly with them on.
My toga already does that, though.
Okay, I can do that.
You have an extra token now.
Sweet.
It's,
2 togas.
yes, but this toga would cover your bare arms as well. There's a slight hood that comes up and shades most of your face.
I'm here curious. Can I even get sunburn if I have scales?
Well, let's ask the park ranger.
Uh, probably no, but I would imagine you actually.
Is there such a thing as too much sun exposure for reptiles?
Yes, but not in the sense of sun
Overheat, maybe.
deaths. You're gonna overheat.
So, and that's a part of the way those clothes are designed is that because they're so loose and baggy, the actual heated area doesn't touch your skin, and it allows the airflow so that way it cools off the outer layer a lot more. So it's not like you're baking yourself as much as you can. You're keeping the sun's rays physically away from you as well as wicking away as much heat as you can.
Well, I don't sweat.
Okay.
And then, does everybody want their antitoxin, or do you want me to keep it in the bag of holding?
Keep it in the bag.
Meep-
Keep it for now.
Meeple recommends everybody season their antitoxin. It needs flavoring.
Okay. We're all stocked up.
All right. So now that you have You have dispersed the goods. What do you do? Are you going to do any more errands? Are you going to head to the White Spire? Are you going to start traveling to the desert all by yourselves?
No.
I'm going to, real quick, send another message to the person that I've discussed about the bowl and everything, because I
Uh,
realized I never asked for an approximate time of like when it would all be ready and done.
how much money did you give Tula?
I gave her 1,500.
Okay. Uh, these- this is strange. Never talked through my head before.
You talk through your head all the time.
It can be done. 2 days.
Oh.
I mean, is it a rush order? It can be for money.
I turn over to Laura. When was it that we're supposed to leave?
I don't know. Logan. We had
Okay. They gave you a month tops to do
so we
it.
have some time if we want to wait 2 days.
I mean, it's not like I could use it anyway anytime soon. I'll still need to get a couple more levels before I can get to that spell.
Okay. I mean, if she's willing to hold it, we can just get it when we come back.
Yeah. I cast Sydney one more time, so I'll cast it to tell her, just hold on to it for me whenever it's finished, and I'll be by when I can. We got some things to take care of for the White Spire.
Just to clarify, this is not the city. Did you send it to the dwarf the first time, or did you send it to the elf the first time?
What do you mean?
I
Did
mean,
you originally send to Tula or to Keely?
Whoever it was that I dealt with that I gave all the money to.
Tula's the one you gave all the money to, and then she subcontracted Keely.
Okay.
It's like, all right, yeah, I can hold it. It's I can go in the back, no problem. If you don't come back for it in 3 months, I sell it.
3
Yeah.
months. There.
I mean, at least you wait that long.
I love how she added that little subcontract there.
Oh yeah, Tula's more of the dealer than Jula.
Tula and Jula.
Yep. They run Beetles and Bockles.
Whatever happened to her dog again?
You didn't see the dog.
I feel like he was missing last time too, wasn't it?
Didn't he turn into a lizard at some point?
A snake or something, I thought.
There was Missy the dog, Zeus the lizard.
And neither were around.
Nope. Nope, there's a strange lack of pets you see in the city.
Except for Meepo.
Logan, about how much longer do you think we're going to get going?
Well, I'm waiting. I wanted to see if you guys were going to go to the White Spire.
Can we do it should we do it tomorrow?
We can.
But tomorrow is Friday.
No. Did you want to get that wrapped up real quick, Logan?
What are you guys doing?
I
It's
think
up-
we'll chill today and go to the White Spire tomorrow.
All right.
Tonight.
All right. Yeah, all of you can write your wills tonight, and you will go to the White Spire in the morning. I guess we can get up to some carousing, and we'll see how that all turns out at the start of the next session. Can I go ahead and get a D100 from everybody? If you guys want to do carousing after writing your wills.
Sure.
Sure. 72.
78.
92.
2.
So
90.
just me or does the carousing table have a lot of gambling in it?
Yep. It's an
Wizard Coast
easy
is
thing.
weirdly supportive of gambling.
What did you get again, Chris?
78.
Okay. So, we'll see how that turns out and what kind of night y'all had before you go to the White Spire. Everyone has written their wills. If you guys want to write wills and share that with the rest of the group, that would be pretty entertaining, maybe. Just because, like, I can imagine the differences between everybody. Click doesn't really have anybody on this side of the plane to give stuff to. Meepo, I don't think does either.
No, but Meeple has plans.
Levi's got a mom who we've never met. Laura, Katya has a dad we have met. So let's see how that goes.
Meeple,
We'll tune in next time.
Meeple will will his things to be sold.